Hey guys, welcome to my 2015 favorites video. I am so sorry if this video is so long. So I have been compiling a list in my mind for like the last 2 weeks of the products that I wanted to show you in this video. My top favorite products for the entire year, things that I loved either the entire year long or things that just kind of caught my attention at the very end of the year. These are things that I am absolutely loving, but I don't want to show you every single thing that I loved because that's what prior favorites videos are for. This video is my top favorite, number one, can't live without products. So just like last year, the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to start with skincare products and I'm going to show you more products as we go along in kind of the order that I put them on when I'm getting ready. So face wash, moisturizer, primer, foundation, concealer, eye makeup, eyebrows, lips, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start with skincare, and one of my favorite products ever that I've ever used is the First Aid Beauty Skin Rescue Deep Cleanser with Red Clay. If you have oily skin, this should be your best friend. This is one of the best face washes I have ever used. Clay is an ingredient that will help absorb excess oil and prevent your skin from producing more oil. This cleanser is amazing. I'm just about out of this one. I need to go get another one. This is the second bottle that I have gone through. I'm gonna keep buying this forever. The only other shower products that I'm gonna show you are these Glam Glow face washes. I think this one I may have bought in 2014 and started using it then. I have an entire review on this product. It is incredible. It will clear your pores like no other. When I stop using it, I notice a difference, and then I start using it again and I'm like, okay, that's what I was missing in my routine. Glam Glow Super Cleanse, amazing for breakouts and clearing your skin up. And then the Thirsty Cleanse is great, especially for me right now in the wintertime. I get drier skin, and this keeps you hydrated. And they have proprietary ingredients. They're expensive, but they are so worth it. The next skincare product that I'm almost out of because I love it so much is the Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. I have recommended this to so many of my friends, and everybody that has got it loves it. This will dry up a breakout overnight. If you have a pimple right here and you have a big event the next day and you need to get rid of it, you just dab a little teeny tiny bit of this on the pimple and it will dry up overnight. It's a miracle. And it's only $17. The bottle will last you like 6 months if you're using it regularly. So if you didn't know, you can get Mario Badescu products at Ulta. They carry them there. All right, awkward moment number one down. Moving on to moisturizers, I'm only going to show you two products. The first one is my favorite night oil of 2015, right? What year are we in? What year is it? This is my favorite night oil. It's the Origins Nightamins, and this actually came out as like a sister product earlier this year in 2015. It's an anti-aging, moisturizing, vitamin C, orange smelling, amazing night oil. Your skin looks amazing when you wake up. And I love this stuff. I love it. I've been using it consistently, and I mean, can you see that I've hardly gone through any? It takes like 3 drops for your entire face, so yes. Next up, a recent discovery for me is the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Super 7 Complex Moisturizer. I have oily skin, and I'm very particular when it comes to moisturizers that I wear underneath my makeup, and they can't be greasy, they can't leave a film, they need to absorb quickly because I have a lot of shit to put on my face, you know what I mean? So I don't want something that's just going to add to that cakey look. I need something that sinks in really well and looks beautiful under makeup. And this does. I love it. I love Fresh products. I think there's only one Fresh product that I've tried and didn't like. So yeah, if you have oily skin and you want a good moisturizer for during the day that is anti-aging, the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Face Cream, do it. Next up, primers, and I'm gonna try to get through this really quickly. First of all, Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer Skin Smoothing Primer. This is incredible for any skin type, dry, oily, normal, combination, it doesn't matter. This will smooth out your pores. This is great if you have oily skin, because if you have oily skin, then you likely have big pores, especially in this area right here. You want to cover them up. This is your guy right here. Next up, a drugstore primer. This is the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer, and I think it's like my third or fourth most watched video on my entire channel is a review of this. So I will link it down below because it's a pretty popular video. People seem to like it. So I will definitely share that with you if you have not seen it yet. But this is very yellow and glittery. So it will not go well with like a light coverage foundation. You do need to wear like a medium to full coverage foundation over the top of this, but it makes your skin look illuminated and very pretty, like naturally just glowy. So definitely love this, and it's $6. So next up, a little more on the pricey side, is the Marc Jacobs Undercover Hydrating Primer, Invisible Undercover Perfecting Coconut Face Primer. Are you okay? Take two. I love this primer. It's super duper hydrating. It's really light. Even though I have oily skin, I can use this and it looks amazing, especially under like a mattifying foundation, you know? Good stuff right here. A little pricey, but it's good stuff. Next up, something I've been using consistently the entire year is this MAC Prep and Prime and Natural Radiance Primer. This is in the yellow shade because that's what matches me. I love this stuff. It's hydrating. It has like, is this the one that has like crushed pearls in it or something? I don't know. This just makes your skin look radiant and healthy, and I love it. Next up is my favorite foundations, and I think foundations are probably one of my most favorite products that there is. Oh, you know, like when new products come out, you can have your lip products, you can have your concealers, but I want to try all the new foundations that come out. It's just one of the more exciting things to me. I think that's why I have so many. So it was really hard for me to choose just the 4 that I chose. And the first one I want to talk about is this one that I just actually recently started using. This is the Makeup Forever HD Foundation Stick. At the end of the day, not gonna lie, I am a greasy, oily mess when I wear this foundation because it is a very dewy foundation. It is a cream foundation because it's in a stick form. It is very dewy. If I do not blot once or twice throughout the day, then I'm going to look greasy, but it doesn't matter to me. This just feels good on my skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It blends beautifully, like unbelievably good. Normally with cream foundations, I find them to be kind of stiff and hard to blend, but not this one at all. I love it. A lot of people have asked me since my last video if I like this foundation. It's in this video, so obviously I love it. I really, really love it a lot. I also fell in love with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I can't wear this right now because it's way too dark for me. I'm so fair right now compared to what I normally am because I haven't been self-tanning, I haven't been regular tanning, so I can't wear this. I just, you know, I think I just need to get a lighter shade so I can continue wearing it because I love it. This foundation looks so beautiful on the skin. It's kind of a demi matte finish, and I love that finish. I just love it. Any product that I mention in this video, I'm just gonna link down below if I have a full video review, because if you want more details, just check down below, see if maybe I have a full review on it, because I'm kind of going through these a little bit quickly. Next up, another foundation I fell in love with that is too dark for me right now is the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This foundation, I love it so much. I love it. It is like pure pigment, and you can see like the liquid has separated from the pigment, so you really have to shake it up. It's very liquidy, but there's a ton of pigment in it, so you get a ton of coverage, yet it feels really, really lightweight. It's weightless. Next, this is my holy grail foundation. I've never used a foundation that I like more than this. And I'm sorry to report that it's $58. This is the Chanel Perfection Lumiere. This is a demi-matte, kind of a natural finish, medium coverage. It's like an angel is kissing you on the face when you apply this. It is the most beautiful finish. It is the most beautiful coverage. It smells amazing. It's beautiful. It has sunscreen in it. It just looks so good. I have mentioned this to you guys so many times in the past. It is just my #1 foundation, and I hate that it's so expensive. I wish that my favorite foundation was like a Maybelline or something, because then I could just go stock up on every single color so I can wear it all year long, but unfortunately that's not the case. My favorite foundation is designer. Let's move on to concealers. My favorite concealers for the year are the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer, and I'm actually almost out. Foundation, not so good, but the concealer is amazing. Great coverage. It has a little bit of a yellowy tone to it, so it's very brightening. Love this stuff, and it's like $8. Another recent discovery for me is the Makeup Forever HD Concealer. This reminds me a lot of the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye because of not only just the packaging, but it takes very, very, very little. The consistency is very similar. I don't like this with a brush. I do not like it with a brush. It's kind of streaky with a brush, but if you use a beauty blender, perfect, beautiful, even, not cakey, not crepey, perfect. Even on dry skin, this is amazing. So love this concealer. And then my number one of everything is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. The applicator on this, I think, is what won me over. It's just so soft and flexible. I'm gonna have to show it to you here. Oh yeah, look at that, look at. This concealer is just my number one. The coverage and the finish are amazing. The applicator is soft, and that's it. That's all she wrote. All right, moving on. I don't have a favorite contour powder to show you. I don't. I feel like it's just really hard for me to find one that I'm really, really, really in love with. So I don't have a favorite to show you, but I want to tell you that my favorite bronzer of the year is the Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light. I talked about this bronzer so many times this last summer. It's a little too dark for me right now because it's, I mean, look at it. This is too dark for me right now, so I can't use it. But last summer I was using this religiously, and there's an Hourglass bronzer brush that you can get. I love the two of them so much, especially together. This is my favorite bronzer of all time. Moving on to blushes, I actually have a drugstore favorite, and it is the Milani Rose Blushes. Not only are these beautiful to look at, but they are pigmented. It only takes a teeny tiny little bit of product. This is actually, this one right here is what I have on today, and I love this one. I'm showing you this one because this is like an everyday color for me. I've probably worn this blush upwards of 50 times, and it still looks brand new. So love these blushes. If you can get your hands on them, do it. But I feel like every time I go to the drugstore, they're out of these blushes because they're so pretty, but they're really, really good quality as well. Milani products are one of my favorites from the drugstore. The other favorite blushes that I have are NARS, and I've talked about these multiple times. The pigment in NARS blushes is insane. Not only that, but you have so many unique colors to choose from. You have daily colors, you have intense colors, you have bright oranges, bright reds, purples, light pinks, you have highlighters. These are amazing and definitely worth the price point that they are. Next up, I want to show you highlighters, and I think you guys know what I'm going to say is my favorite brand. Becca, for sure. This is everyone's favorite highlighter brand. These are so beautiful. I have three. I have Champagne Pop. I also have Rose Gold, which is beautiful over the top of any blush. And then I also have Opal. Opal is my all-time favorite highlighter. It just is. And you know what? I've had this, I think, for almost 2 years now. And look how much I have left. This is using a lot of it all the time. It takes just a little tiny bit to get that, boom, highlighter right there. I love Becca highlighters. I also have a liquid version of the Opal, which is absolutely gorgeous. Super duper intense. I only use it if I'm wearing like a really, really intense eye makeup at nighttime because in the daytime it's a little too intense for me, but I love the powder versions and I love the liquid versions. Also, I do want to just give a quick shout out to the Anastasia highlighters. These are so beautiful. I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of snobby about my highlighters, you know, and so I feel like nothing's better than the Becca highlighters, but these are really a close second for me. I reach for these just as often as I reach for the Becca ones. I have the shade Riviera, and then I also have the shade So Hollywood, which is a beautiful, like, true gold color. I love both brands. Anastasia, I feel like she can do no wrong. All of her products are amazing. So now we are going to move on to my favorite eyeshadows, and I think, hands down, it's going to go to Makeup Geek. And the reason why is because I just find myself reaching for Makeup Geek eyeshadows on a daily basis. They're just so blendable. There are so many different colors to choose from. You can do any type of eye look that you want. There are so many different finishes and shades, and they're all amazing. And she's constantly coming out with new products, and it's just new and exciting. But then there are shades like Peach Smoothie that have been around since the dawn of time, and even the older stuff is exciting for me to use. Like, I use Peach Smoothie almost every single day in my transition shade area. You know what I mean? The price is right for Makeup Geek shadows too. $5.99 a pan for the regular eyeshadows, $10 for a foiled eyeshadow, and they're so good. They are so good. I'd like to give another shout out to Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have every single one of her limited edition eyeshadow palettes. They get prettier, the quality gets better, they have single shadows. Every time they come out with new eyeshadows for their limited edition palettes, they will then later on come out with the single eyeshadows from that palette. That way, if you didn't get your little hands on the palette itself, then you can buy the single shadows that you wanted to use from that palette. So I love her shadows as well. They're amazing and creamy and pigmented and smooth and so blendable. This is my runner-up for favorites for 2015. I've already forgotten what year it was again. Okay, can I just throw this in there too? Because I really love this palette. I was not excited to get this, but then I bought it anyway, and I'm so glad that I did because I use this one all the time too. All the time. I love these shadows. I love this palette. It's just a beautiful assortment of colors. I find myself reaching for this all the time as well. So I just wanted to throw this in there really quick. This is the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette. Yes. I just want to share my two favorite brands of lashes for the year. One is Lily Lashes. They have mink lashes that are beautiful and different than other brands, you know, like different styles. Love these. And then also Cocoa Lashes. I've talked about these so many times. I love everything that Cocoa Lashes puts out. I love them, love them, love them, and the price is amazing. Another favorite product that you'd think you wouldn't have a favorite, but I do, and the MAC Paint Pots are my favorite eye primer. I've talked about these so many times. They're just amazing. They make your eyeshadow last all day long, and they cancel out any redness, any veins that you can see in your eyelids. I love these. I will never use anything else. God can strike me down if I ever use anything else besides MAC Paint Pots. Favorite brow products, Anastasia Beverly Hills. There's nothing else out there that compares. I use a Brow Wiz every single day, and sometimes I will throw in a dip brow, and I actually have 5 different shades of dip brow, because depending on what I want my eyebrows to look like that day, you know, maybe I want light eyebrows, maybe I want medium eyebrows, maybe I want dark eyebrows, you know. So I gotta have 5 different colors for all different types of looks. Okay, so I want to show you some of my favorite brushes, and I have so many brushes that I love, 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 but I'm really trying to narrow it down to the ones that just make me squeal. I'm going through these brushes as quickly as I can. I've talked about all of them several times in the past, so I love them for a reason. That's the end of it. You feel me? My favorite foundation brushes for the year were the Sigma F80 Flat Top Kabuki and the Sigma 3D HD Kabuki, both amazing for foundation. Your coverage looks beautiful, you look flawless, the end. Favorite contour brushes, I have 2. One is the Morphe E8, teeny tiny little contour brush, perfect for getting in that cheekbone area, and then also something kind of newer to me is the Sigma F23 Soft Angled Contour. This brush is so hard to get a hold of right now. I was lucky enough and they sent it to me to try before they released them, but otherwise I probably would not have gotten my hands on this brush. I love it. It is beautiful. It's perfect. It's amazing. That's all I have to say about that, okay? Bronzer. This MAC 135. Look at it. Don't you want this? Just looking at it, you want it, don't you? It's so beautiful. Favorite bronzer brush ever. MAC is stepping up their brush game. I'm just going to tell you that right now. Favorite cheek brush, blush brush. This one from Zoeva. This is the 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush. It's a shorter handle. It forces you to put your hand right where it needs to be to get that perfect application. You're not going to put your blush in the wrong spot, you know what I mean? So love this. And it's goat hair. I prefer a goat hair blush brush, personally. Also, this Zoeva 110 Face Shape Brush. It's like a teeny tiny, well, not tiny, like compared to a normal kabuki brush, it's smaller, but this is perfect for concealer and also for doing your eye primer really, really quickly. I love this brush. This is just something that when I see it sitting there, I want to grab it and use it, so that's why I included it. My favorite highlighter brush changed this year, y'all. Okay, it was the Sigma F35 for years, and now it is the Sigma F03. This is another one of their newer brushes that is very, very difficult to get your hands on right now, but if you can get it, get it. This one and the F23 are so worth it from their new collection. They are permanent brushes, and so don't feel like super duper rushed to get them, but I mean, you know, they'll be back in stock. But this highlighter brush though, Okay, so that's it for face brushes. The only eye brush that I want to share with you is the Sigma E25. And I'm sharing it because I have 4 of these because I love them so much. Look at how much I've used this one. It's so ugly, but it's perfect. I just love this brush so much. It's amazing. It is the best blending brush I own. It is the best one I've ever tried. Also, Beauty Blender. Can't forget the Beauty Blender. I use this in like every single makeup tutorial that I do for you guys. Beauty Blender for the win. Something random I just kind of want to throw in right before we wrap this up is the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix. This is my favorite setting spray that I've ever used. Fix Plus is not a setting spray, okay? Get it right, it's not a setting spray, it is a dewy mist spray. If you're oily and you use Fix Plus, there's a good chance your makeup is going to melt off if you don't use it correctly. This right here is a waterproofing makeup setting spray. It is amazing. Okay, lastly, I'm going to share my favorite lip products with you for the entire year. I'm going to share a matte product and I'm going to share a glossy product. NARS lip glosses. This has been my favorite lip gloss brand for probably 5 years now. Even before I was really super duper into makeup, I was using NARS lip gloss and telling everybody about it because I just love the formula. It just feels so soft and silky on the lips. It feels amazing. So this is definitely my favorite lip gloss brand. And finally, the last product that I'm going to show you because I can't think of anything else right now. And I'm getting tired. Like, do you see it in my eyes? Do you see how tired I'm getting? It's like, what is it? It's 9:09 right now, p.m. It is my bedtime. I'm an adult. I go to bed early. I'm an old adult. That's why I go to bed early. Favorite matte lip product, 2015, Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipsticks. They came out with so many different colors. They're constantly coming out with new ones. It's a drying formula. That's what you're signing up for when you buy a liquid matte lipstick, is a dry formula. But it looks pretty. And they don't flake off. Like, you can get so many different brands of liquid matte lipsticks now, and so many of them just flake off. These stay consistent forever. These are some of the most long-lasting ones that I have tried. It's my favorite formula. So you guys, that is it for my 2015 beauty favorites, and I have got to say, I look forward to filming so much. I look forward to talking to you guys so much. Ever since I've been doing YouTube, like, I always feel like I've been a really confident person, and I just feel like with YouTube I found a different type of confidence, and I love the way that it makes me feel. I love talking to you guys every time I post a video. Anyway, enough mushy stuff. I just wanted to say thank you really quickly, just because it really does mean a lot to me that you guys have really stuck around, even though I'm a small channel. There are so many other thousands of people that you could be watching, but you're watching me, so thank you so much. And if you have not subscribed to me yet, please click that red subscribe button because it would mean so much to me. It really does help me a lot, and I would love to have you here. Thank you again for being so amazing in 2015, and I look forward to many more years to come. Goodbye!